Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about a brand new palette that has just been released from Nomad Cosmetics. Introducing the Fairy Tale Europe palette. This is a 18 pan palette with 6 mattes, 8 shimmers, and 4 multi-chromes. So let's go ahead and check her out. Actually, the second time that I'm filming this because the big chunk of the original video got erased. You guys actually saw the look that I did with that video in a video that I posted earlier last or this week, so I am going to do a different look. So this is the palette. Isn't she gorgeous? She is based on the different fairy tale princesses, and yeah, she is stunning. I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes with my Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Primer in shade 1. And we're back. Got a little bit of an interruption. That was a good. Hi, Artemis. Are we going to visit the video again this time? A good interruption while I was getting ready to do my eye primer. I got my Walmart delivery and they brought me a couple of essentials. She thought she was interrupting, but no. If you know, you know. I was originally going to do 2 looks, but for the sake of time, I think I'm going to do 1. And I think we're going to go with purples and blues this time. Without further ado, we're going to start with our Luxie 2, I think this is a 205. Yeah, Luxie 205 tapered blending brush. And I am going to go into the shade right here. It's called Acacia's Forest, or Fortress, right here. And this is going to be, I'm going to go right, we're going to tap out our eyeshadow primer, make sure there's no creases. I'm going to start from the outside corner and work our way in. So what have you guys been up to recently? You been watching anything interesting lately? I've been binge watching The Handmaid's Tale again because I know that in April we were supposed to get season 6 and I can't wait. So I've been watching like the first 5 seasons again, and I'm currently at the middle of season 4. And I just recently read the book by Margaret Atwood that the series is based off of, and it is so good. What are you guys watching right now? Anything interesting? So now I'm going to take my Luxie 231 and I am going to go into the shade Chateau de Chambord. And now I'm going to go about halfway into the crease area and work my way out into the outer corner, going out towards the brow. And just blend that out. And then lightly feather it towards the inner corner, but I'm not going to go with a very heavy hand on that. I'm not going to go with a very heavy hand on any of what I'm doing here. I just really want like a shadow of this shade, if that makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. Now I'm going to use that same Luxie 231 and go into that same shade, Chateau Lombard, yeah, just that same shade that I can't seem to pronounce because, you know, words are difficult. And I'm going to go right underneath the lash line, just very lightly with that shade. Again, we're just kind of leaving a shadow here. We're not really going with a heavy hand. And then we're going to take it up towards this little tail that we've made. One of my best kept beauty secrets is you can actually get some pretty decent brushes at the dollar store. This one came from Dollar General. I think I paid $1 for it, and it's lasted for quite a while. It's from Studio Selection, and it's called an eye smudge brush, but it's just like a little pencil brush. And I'm going to take that, and I am going to go into the shade Neuschwanstein. This really lovely deep brown here. I'll go into the outer V. And I'm just going to tap that shade in, kind of along the lash line, up to that wing that we've made. And then I'm going to drag what's left on the brush into the crease here. And drag it into that outer V for a little bit of definition. I'm going to take that same Luxie 231 that I've been using. I'm not going to add any product to it. And I'm just going to blend out this outer V here. Speaking of books, what kind of books have you guys been reading? I made a goal at the beginning of 2025 that I was going to read 50 books this year. So far I'm on track with that. Would you guys like to, would you guys like to see any book content? Because I'd love to talk to you guys about the books that I've been reading. Like I said, I just finished A Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, and I really love that book. And right before, or right after that, I picked up the new Grady Hendrix book, um, Wayward, I think it's called Wayward Home for Wayward Bitches. It's on my Libby app. I'm going to go ahead and blend out the other eye. All right, now we're going to go into the NYX glitter primer. I use this with all of my shimmers, and the reason being is it keeps them from cracking on lids, and it keeps you from getting as much glitter fallout, as well as it helps with the longevity of the shimmer shade. I feel like it makes it look a little more impactful. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the lids, and then I'll be right back. Each of these rows represents a different princess. This row is Snow White, this is Cinderella, this is Belle, this is Sleeping Beauty, this is Snow Queen, so I think it's Let It Go. Oh, what's her name? You know which one I'm talking about. Elsa. And then this is Little Mermaid. I kind of want something, I want to go with like the greens, the purples, the blues, because I want this to give very much mermaid eyes, for real. Go ahead and start with decisions. I think we're going to go ahead and start. If I keep bumping this, I really do apologize. I'm not used to it being there. I'm going to go ahead and start with Love Story, this shade right here. And we are going to put that going kind of outwards in a V shape, like that. Now I'm going to go into Snow Queen on the other side of the brush, just the tip. And then I'm going to go right here in the center of where I laid that first Love Story. Kind of blend it together. How I blend my shimmers, I just take the brush and what's left over on the back side of the brush, I blend it together kind of in like a paintbrush type motion. Now I am going to go into the shade Wicked Fairy, this stunning purple here. I am going to go right into the center of the lid and merge that together with those two shades. So which is your favorite princess? Mine was always The Little Mermaid. My mom took me to go see that when I was a little girl. And ever since, I was obsessed with mermaids. And then I grew up in Homosassa, Florida. And there was this park in Homosassa called Wiki Wachi. And they had mermaids. Like you could literally go get your picture taken with mermaids and watch like a mermaid show where they were down in a tank and swimming around. It was so cool. Like I loved that when I was a kid. Now I'm going to go into this shade Sleeping Beauty, and I am going to put that front of the lid and blend it back. And I'm going to bring it up to meet First Love or Love Story. And I'm going to bring it back to meet Fairy. Yeah. And we're going to blend all of it together. Now we're going to go into the shade Snow White. That is going to be our inner corner and brow bone. So I have a friend from Instagram, and she's also here on YouTube, named Sonia. Oh my god, she does this amazing Princess Jasmine look that was like, honestly, I mean, I had always been amazed by her makeup looks, but when she did that, oh my god, it was just like. And she also does like Bollywood recreations that are just amazing. And the thing is, she does like the jewelry, the headpieces, all of it, and that's what makes it look so spectacular. As for right now, here's the finished look. I'm going to go ahead and do some eyeliner, put on lashes, mascara, and then we'll come back and talk about the palette.